Everyone, I hope you're all having a great weekend. It's been a long weekend for some people, but I hope you're using this weekend to kind of analyze what it is that you're trying to do, because sometimes people don't analyze anything, they just react on impulse. Now, I'm not saying that sometimes if you have intuition, you shouldn't react accordingly, but what I'm saying is sometimes your intuition may need a little bit of a refinement. For example, if you have an intuition that you're possibly going to be coming into some good news, what I think you probably should start thinking about is, okay, so if this good news was to materialize, what is it going to mean to me? Like, what will be the overall impact of the good news? Is it going to be short term? Is it long term? Or is it going to be midterm? A lot of people don't look at midterm, because midterms goals and planning requires you to basically backward trend. You look forward, maybe a 5 to 10 years horizon, but you need to be able to look at that midterm, which is like between that 3 to 5 years. Okay, a lot of people think short term and they think long term, but they don't look at the midterm goals. And the reason I'm saying that's important because a lot of folks may actually only need a few tweaks to their plans to be able to achieve the end state that they've been working on for quite a while. So the tactical mid-term end state are completely different than the strategic long-term. Okay, so the question then becomes, to what extent is your mid-range plan nested with your short-term plan and your long-term plan? That's important. That is so important that sometimes you need a coach to help you break that down. So I'm offering coaching services. I'm going to be leaving the link to my coaching service scheduling down in the description of this video below. Take a look at it, sign up, and I'll be sitting down virtually to discuss what your goals are, to see how I can be of assistance to helping you achieve those midterm goals and making sure that your short-term goals are well nested with your long-term goals, which are more strategic in nature. And I'm also going to be sharing 5 tips that I've noticed a lot of people using to build your long-term wealth strategies. If you haven't already seen my post that I did earlier today about that, check out my profile somewhere here. Click on that and follow me. Okay, follow me, and also look at the links in my bio to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to the Fork in the Road. Alright, the Fork Reskilling HQ YouTube channel, because that YouTube channel is where I'm using sometimes to do most of my lives. Although I do lives on this particular platform, and but yeah. So think about it, because you see a lot of these news flashes about, oh, you're about to get this, you're about to get that, but you're about to get this and this and that. My question to you is, when you come upon this thing that you're about to get, what are you going to do with it? Do you have a plan for it? Are you possibly going to be able to think from a long-term and short-term strategic planning perspective what you're going to gain out of it? Or are you going to be one of those folks that just reacts on impulse? Again, all I'm trying to say is you can react on impulse, but you need to make an informed, well-planned decision that's nested with your short-term and long-term strategic objectives. Right? Because let's face it, when you look at what's happening right now from an economic perspective, a lot of folks are catching hard times. And they're not catching these hard times because they chose to catch the hard times. They're just not well attuned to the geopolitical issues of our times. All right? And these geopolitical issues have kitchen table, pocketbook impacts. And you need somebody to help you unpack how that's going to impact you, both from the short-term perspective and the long-term perspective. And that's why I'm reaching out right now, and I'm letting people know that, hey, look, I'm not just somebody telling you what could or you should be doing. I'm somebody telling you that it makes perfect sense to start thinking about your short-term, mid-term, and long-term objectives in the face of economic situations that you don't control. It doesn't matter how much you've put aside. It doesn't matter how much or how many hours you put in as an entrepreneur or somebody that has a 9-to-5 that they're trying to escape. It doesn't matter. These geopolitical scenarios can take everything you've worked for and make them nothing, just because you weren't thinking about what it could be or what the impact of these situations could be in your kitchen table pocketbook. All right? Again, I'm leaving the links to schedule your one-on-one coaching with me, where I'm going to unpack the impacts of geopolitical activities to your pocketbook and how you can mitigate those risks. Because again, remember, we live in a world full of risks. A lot of people quite don't understand what that means until they have to make that decision. Intuition is not going to be enough for you to make that decision. You're going to need a coach. You're going to need somebody like me that comes in and helps you unpack that tells you about some of the wealth building strategies that people are not telling you about, that tells you about how you can preserve your wealth, that tells you about how your business should be structured. Okay? These are things that nobody tells you about. So when it's time to make that decision, it could be a split-second decision, but at least you're ready. You're ready. Okay? You're ready to make that decision within the confines of your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. And oh, by the way, if you don't have a plan, I can actually work with you to put your plan together. And I'm not just talking about a business plan. It could be your personal financial plan, which you're going to need when it's time to refer you to some experts. All right? So think about it for a minute. And if you think that you're getting value from this video that I just put out for your own edification, feel free to follow me here on this channel and be on the lookout for additional videos. And if you're not already following me on my YouTube channel, I strongly recommend you start doing that right now. Again, the links to tap into my YouTube channel is somewhere there. And I'll be leaving my links in my bio. It takes you directly to my YouTube channel. And if you're ready to understand exactly how to employ some of the strategies that I'm talking about, go ahead and click the link right there to learn more, and I'll be reaching out to you. Okay? Again, remember, it's not always what you think is right. 9 out of 10 is how you implement your strategy. And I'm here to help you do that. Have a great rest of the year, okay?